Welcome back, everybody. Hot mic on this busy Wednesday. About an hour from now, Bison Media Zone will be on the air. Peyton Otterdahl will join us about making the Olympic Games, representing North Dakota State for the second time. That's coming up at about 10:30, so don't want to miss that. Don't want to miss tonight. NBA Draft is tonight. Mention off the top, the Timberwolves don't pick to the 27th pick. That's not the big local story, at least for me, tonight. I'm interested in what the Wolves are doing, but story we've been following all year long is on Dalton Knecht, who's got ties to North Dakota, clear ties with his mom and dad, both from the state. Dad obviously went to born and raised in Enderlin, mom from West Fargo, and there's going to be quite the party apparently in Enderlin tonight to get ready for the first round. Dalton is projected anywhere between the 5th or the 7th overall pick. He grew up in Colorado, went to JUCO in Colorado, then transferred to Northern Colorado, then spent this past season as the Player of the Year at Tennessee in the SEC. You may have heard of that, and now gets set for potential. He's going to be a millionaire in about 12 hours, which is just kind of crazy to say that. It's our pleasure to welcome on Dana Nelson, Enderlin teacher, because tonight there's quite the gathering at the VFW in Enderlin. Thanks so much for doing this. Tell us about the organization of this and how crazy is the excitement level in Enderlin. What's it like here today?
Well, we're pretty excited about tonight. We've got a lot of people, hopefully, that can come tonight and watch. I think there's a lot of people in the area that still are alumnus with Corey and Holly, his dad and aunt. So we're just hopefully going to have a good turnout and maybe get some new fans.
I started hearing about this, Dana, about Dalton Knecht early this past season when he's going crazy and putting wild numbers up. We've had Calvin Kraft, a couple times to talk about it throughout the year. What has it been like to follow from afar in Enderlin?
Well, it's been pretty exciting. We kind of post things on Facebook and everybody's giving shout outs, and we have our little group of people on Facebook that we say go Tennessee, and we're pretty excited about it. And game nights, we're all geared up and ready to watch.
You're wearing a Vol shirt today, so I know you got into this as well. Tell me about that.
Oh, I'm good friends with Corey and his sister, and I just had to reach out right away. I actually have another shirt that says Connect 3 on it, and that's my favorite shirt. I'm definitely going to have to get some new gear after we find out where he's going tonight. So I think a jersey might be the next thing.
To see the photos in the forum right now at inforum.com, Eric Peterson did the story of seeing Corey, Carey, and Dalton in Times Square. When you saw that, what went through your mind? Just how crazy is that?
Yes, I know his grandma or Corey's mom and all of those people that are there to watch tonight. And I bet they're just pumped about it all. And it's so exciting. I can't imagine.
We did this a couple years ago with Cody Mauk and Hankinson and had that party. I don't know if it's going to be to the extent of that tonight, but Enderlin now getting its time on the big stage. This has got to, is it surreal? What's the best way to describe it?
Yeah, I think things just kind of blew up around here, and it's pretty exciting. It makes you proud to be a part of it. We feel like Dalton is ours too, just because of his dad and their time in Enderlin.
Calvin told me, and Corey as well, that Dalton came back and was shooting hoops in the Enderlin gym. I mean, that had to be huge for everybody back home.
It just shows you that even when he was on his Christmas breaks, how important, keeping out there to practice and shoot baskets was for him, that he made time to go do that even wherever he is.
Do you know, did word get around town? Did people start flocking to the gym? Do you know?
No, I think it was under wraps a little bit. I wish I would have been notified because I would have been there.
Give me the sense of tonight. Like, what do you have any idea how many people might come tonight? What are any expectations?
Well, it's kind of hard to tell. They're having like homemade pizza. They have awesome pizza at the VFW, and that's pizza night tonight. And so we have that going on. And then also just people from the surrounding area. I've had some people reach out this morning saying, save us a seat. So I hope that's a good deal. We got the mini foam fingers.
There it is. Okay, fantastic.
Yep, we got the little foam fingers here to give out to people. And I just got another message, somebody else is coming. So I hope it's a good turnout because the more the merrier. And maybe we can get, after he starts playing his games, we can get together and watch those games too.
Has there been a following, even yourself included, of following the draft process of the combine and like looking at the projections? Have you guys been doing that at all, or is like, you know what, we want to be surprised, and whenever the commissioner announces his name, then we'll be excited?
Well, I've been looking online myself, but there's so many different ideas of where it could be. And then I have talked to Holly, and she said too that she wasn't sure, but she does know that Tennessee absolutely loves him. He's got a really good fan base there. He's a humble kid, and he's such a hard worker. So I'm sure they'll be sad to see him go.
Yeah. It's going to be fascinating to see how this plays out. To me, and I remember we showed the highlights during the year when he's playing against Grant Nelson from Devil's Lake, and it just seemed like, how the world just keeps getting smaller the older I get. How crazy was that? See, you got a kid who has ties to Enderlin and Devil's Lake are facing each other in major college basketball. It was just unbelievable.
Yeah, even watching the Class B tournament and seeing Grant's parents there watching their younger son, that's going to be a great player as well. Yes. We really enjoyed watching him too. It's fun to have those North Dakota ties. I also asked Holly if Dalton had a wish list of places to go, and she didn't really know either. So we'll see.
It's whoever drafts them. That's what I've always figured when I've talked to people on this. It's like whoever drafts me, that's the place I want to go.
Yeah, absolutely.
My last question. I really appreciate your time this morning. The reaction. What do you think it's going to be like when you're there tonight when you hear his name? What'll that go through your mind when you hear his name?
Well, I'm going to have my phone ready, and I hope that we have some cheering and I can get some good pictures tonight too.
I really appreciate the time. Thanks so much for doing this, especially on short notice. Have a great time tonight and enjoy it.
I want to invite everybody to come out. Anybody that wants to come over tonight to Enderlin VFW, it'll be a great time.
Part start at 6 o'clock.
At 6 o'clock.
6 o'clock. Draft starts at 7. So there you go. You got an hour lead up before, and it's going to be over early, I think, probably by 7:30, probably knows where he's going to happen. Dana, thanks so much for doing this. Have a great night.
You too. Thank you very much.
Dana Nelson from Enderlin, part of the contingent of the Dalton Knecht fan crew, and we'll find out. The NBA draft begins at 7 o'clock. The Atlanta Hawks have the number 1 pick, by the way, if you didn't know that. The Hawks pick first. The last draft projection, and we were visiting about this yesterday when McFeely joined us, Knecht is projected right now to go 6th to Charlotte. The Hawks have the first pick, then the Wizards go 2nd, the Rockets 3rd, the Spurs 4th, then the Pistons, and then the Hornets. That's the top 6 for the NBA draft projection. Then the Blazers, the Spurs again, then the Grizzlies at 9, and the Jazz at the 10 spot. And it's just a huge deal. I've had people email me or texting me since basically November when Tennessee's season began. Hey, there's another guy with North Dakota connections playing in the SEC. It's not just Grant Nelson. It's Dalton Knecht, and it's been fun to watch. And tonight is the culmination of that. We are hopeful tomorrow that we'll have Dalton's parents join us on the show. So after all the hoopla, they're all in New York City tonight. Actually, the draft is in Brooklyn, but I was talking with Carrie this morning, and we're hopeful that will join us on the show tomorrow. So that'll be even better. You have all the reaction. They know where they're going, all that kind of good stuff. So We are working on that, and hopefully we'll have that taken care of for tomorrow's show. Should be quite the party in Enderlin tonight. We're due for a break. We'll wrap up hour one. We come back. Big second hour on tap as well. We roll on. Hot Mike returns on WDAY Extra, KSFL TV, and Inforum.com after this.